This is the extraordinary story of Phineas Gage. Dozens of men worked all day, carving a railway through solid rock. But in a fraction of a second, everything changed. The blast threw the men into chaos, and they feared the worst. What happened next was nothing short of a miracle, as Phineas Gage stood up with a 13-pound iron tamping rod completely through his skull. As a surgeon, I have treated devastating traumatic injuries, but Phineas Gage remains extraordinary. To understand how he survived, we must first reconstruct exactly how the accident happened. Railways were spreading across America, but mountains blocked their path. Before tracks could be laid, workers had to break through solid rock using carefully prepared explosions. The method was simple. Black powder went into a drilled hole. Sand was placed above it as a protective layer, and a heavy iron rod packed everything firmly into position. On that morning, the protective sand had apparently not yet been added. The iron struck the rock directly, producing a spark beside the exposed powder. The explosion converted the 13-pound rod into a projectile. It shot upward with enormous force, traveling directly toward Gage before he had any chance to react. The rod entered beneath his left cheek, traveled upward through the front of his brain, and exited through the skull. Yet several structures essential for immediate survival were spared. The obvious question is this: how can a steel bar pass through someone's brain and not kill them immediately? The answer begins with understanding that not every part of the brain performs the same job. The rod destroyed part of the frontal lobe, the area responsible for planning, judgment, and aspects of personality. But the structures that control breathing, heart rate, and consciousness lie much deeper, inside the brainstem. Perhaps even more remarkably, the rod narrowly missed the major blood vessels supplying his brain. Furthermore, the end which entered his cheek was pointed, the taper being 28 centimeters long with a 0.5 centimeter point, circumstances to which Gage perhaps owes his life. The iron is unlike any other, and was made by a neighboring blacksmith to please the fancy of the owner. The physician treating him described a quadrangular fragment of bone. Behind this is a deep depression, 2 inches by 1 1/2 inches wide, beneath which the pulsations of the brain can be perceived. Partial paralysis of the left side of the face. His physical health is good, and I am inclined to say he has recovered. Has no pain in head except for a queer feeling. Against all expectations, Phineas Gage survived. Weeks became months, and although his recovery was remarkable, doctors soon noticed something far more difficult to explain. Friends believed he was no longer quite the same man. Whether those changes have been exaggerated over time is still debated. But his case transformed our understanding of how the brain shapes personality. 12 years later, at the age of 36, Phineas died from convulsions and status epilepticus, no doubt from chronic scarring of the damaged part of his brain. Today, modern imaging and emergency neurosurgery would give a patient like Gage a far greater chance of survival. Yet even now, few doctors would expect someone with this injury to walk and talk. This video pays tribute to Phineas Gage, a medical marvel who survived against the most barest of odds to teach and inspire countless physicians about neurology, neurosurgery, trauma, and psychiatry. Please leave a comment to win an Amazon gift card. Like and subscribe.